Hello everyone. In this video of chapter Green Chemistry and Nanochemistry, I'll be talking about nanochemistry, nanoscience, nanoparticles, its characteristics, its history, and its applications. Let's start with nanochemistry. Nanochemistry. The literal meaning of term nano is small, tiny. And I can say here now, from clothes to sunglasses to hard drives to the cleaning products, nanochemistry or nanotechnology is playing a very important role nowadays. And we can say that there are so many materials which are developed in this branch only. Some objects like tennis ball and human hair we can see our own eyes, but there are some particles or organisms like bacteria, viruses, red blood cells we cannot observe from naked eyes. These are known as nanomaterials, the tiny particles, the small materials. Nanoscience is the study of phenomena and the manipulation of material at atomic or molecular and macromolecular scale where the properties differ significantly from those at the larger size. My point is, if you are seeing a particle in the nano size and you are seeing the particle in its macromolecular size, you will get the difference in the properties, in the appearance also. Nanotechnology is the design, characterization, production, and application of structures, device, and system by controlling shape and size to the nanometer scale. Nanochemistry is a combination of chemistry and nanoscience. And the nanometer scale is nano. It is a Greek term, and the literal meaning of this term is dwarf. Conveniently, the nanometer scale is defined from 1 to 100 nanometer. 1 nanometer is 1 billionth of a meter. That is, 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meters. The material we see around us are the bulk material that possess macroscopic physical properties. Now, what is nanomaterial? A nanomaterial is a material having the structural component at least one dimension in the nanometer scale, that is from 1 to 100 nanometer. And on the basis of this fact only, we can classify nanomaterial in the three categories. Nanomaterials are larger than the single atoms but smaller than the bacterial cells, and these may be nanoparticles, nanowires, nanotubes according to their dimensions. Nanostructural material may be large organic molecules, inorganic cluster compounds, and metallic or semiconductor particles. Number one category is zero-dimensional nanostructures. And zero-dimensional nanostructures are nanoparticles, quantum dots, nanoshells, nanorings, microcapsules. These all are the particles where you will see all dimensions like x, y, and z dimension. All dimension are less than 100 nanometer in size. Second category is one dimensional. One dimensional nanostructure are here example we can take nanotubes and nano rods. In one dimensional structure you will see nanotubes and nanofibers, and in one dimension you will get to see there are two dimensions in this category which are having size below 100 nanometers. And the third category is the direct category where you will see only one dimension size is less than 100 nanometer, and such nanostructures are called as thin films, layers, and coatings. Now, characteristics features of nanoparticles. The first characteristic feature is color. Because of the small scale, different laws dominate over those, and we experience so many examples like that. And the color is an optical activity which is different at nanoscale. Elemental gold has very shining yellow color, we all know, but If you had only 100 gold atoms arranged in a cube, and its color would be much more red. This is all the magic of the nano size of the gold particles. Next is surface area. High surface to volume ratio is very important characteristics of nanoparticles. If the bulk material is divided into the group of individual nanoparticles, the total volume will remain same, but the collective surface area is largely increased, the way you are seeing in the screen. With a large surface area for the same volume, these small particles react with a faster rate, and the more surface area will be provided to the number of reaction sites, leading to the more chemical reactivity and the explanation of increase in surface area with decrease in particle size. And on the basis of surface area, there is another property, and that is catalytic activity. Due to the increase in surface area with decrease in particle size, nanomaterial based catalysts show the increased catalytic activity. Usually they are heterogeneous catalysts, that means the catalysts are in solid and the reaction are occurring on the surface of the catalyst. Nanoparticle catalysts can be easily separated and can be recycled. Platinum, palladium, metal nanoparticles are used in hydrogenation reaction. Titanium oxide, zinc oxide are used in photocatalysis. Gold in bulk form of unreactive, but gold nanoparticles are found to be very good catalysts for some organic reactions also. Now, history of nanotechnology. Nanomaterials have been produced and used by humans for hundreds of years. However, we understand certain material as nanostructured materials very recently due to the development of advanced tools such as you can say electronscope, microscope, or sophisticated instrument. It is being possible for us to reveal the information at nanoscale. For example, beautiful ruby red color of some ancient glass painting is due to the gold and silver nanoparticles trapped in the glass matrix. Another is the decorative glaze or metallic film known as luster found on some medieval potteries due to the certain spherical metallic nanoparticles. Carbon black is a nanostructured material that is used in tire of a car to increase the life of tire, and it is discovered in 1900. Carbon nanotubes are made up of graphite sheet with nano-sized diameter. They have high strength. And last is fumed silica is a component of silicon rubber coating sealants and adhesive, and it is also a nano-structured material. So this is all the history which we are knowing gradually how nanochemistry was developed since so many years back only. Now, applications of nanomaterials. Nanochemistry has already contributed to the number of innovative products in various disciplines because of its unique physical, chemical, optical, structural, catalytic property and few application. Now we are learning, like number one is nanoparticles can contribute stronger, lighter, cleaner and smarter surfaces to the systems, and they are used in the manufacturing of scratch proof eyeglasses, transport, sunscreen, crack resistance paints and so on. Second application, we can talk about the electronic devices, for example magno-resistive random access memory. Nowadays it is very popular. Third application is it is playing a very important role in the water purification techniques. Water contain waterborne pathogens like viruses, bacteria, and 1.1 billion people are without access to improved water supply. The provision of safe drinking water is currently is higher priority. Recently, a very cost-effective filter material coated with silver nanoparticles is the alternative technology, and silver nanoparticles are highly effective against the bacteria which is called as E. coli. It would easily remove E. coli bacteria from water and purify it. And the next is self-cleaning material. Self-cleaning material like the natural flower, the natural you can say the flower, the natural thing which is coming in the nanotechnology is the lotus is an example of self cleaning. Lotus plant although grows in a muddy water, so dirty around. It is, but its appearance is always clean and beautiful. The plant leaves are super hydrophobic. Nanostructures on lotus reveals repel water which carries dirt as it roll off. Lotus effect is the basis of self-cleaning windows. Now, nanoparticles and nanotechnology, their advantages and disadvantages. Their advantages: number one, it is a revolution in electronics and computing. We all know that. In energy sector, nanotechnology will make solar power more economical. Energy storage devices will become more efficient. In medical field, also the smart drugs are helping to cure faster without having side effect on anyone. Curing of life-threatening diseases like cancer and diabetes also, nanoparticles are playing a very important role. Disadvantages: despite the possibilities and the advancements that the nanotechnology offers to the world, there is exist a certain potential risk involved with the disadvantages of it. Nanotechnology has raised the standard of living, but at the same time, it has increased the pollution, which includes air pollution, and the pollution caused by nanotechnology is known as nanopollution. It is very dangerous for the living organisms, can cause lung damage. Inhaled particulated matter can be deposited throughout the human respiratory tract and then deposit in the lungs. The characteristics of nanoparticles that are relevant for health effects are size, chemical composition, and shape. So, this is all about nanochemistry.